What's up everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Final Fantasy V, the Game Boy Advance version. And the fact that this is the Game Boy Advance version now becomes extremely relevant because we have made it to the post-game. There is a lot to do here, so if you've been enjoying things so far, especially more from like maybe the gameplay side and the job system, the battles, especially I think earlier on, like the tougher battles. Obviously later on I think there was a lot more bosses that I kind of blazed through. But when the game does get tough, it gets very interesting. It's very open to interpretation. A lot of strategies can be formed. I feel like enemies can be defeated in such a huge variety of ways that it's one of the things that surprised me the most about this game. I mean, I knew that it had a job system, but honestly, like the depth and the sheer variety of the job system is pretty insane. Like, especially given the time that this game was made, I'm very, very impressed with that aspect. And to be honest, I think, okay, of course this was, you know, a blind run and I didn't really know exactly how to optimize my jobs and all that kind of stuff. I ignored a lot of jobs. I'm sure there's a lot of abilities that I should have got or that I could have got that would have made my life much easier and that kind of thing. But I think I generally figured out what sort of party I needed based on obviously my general Final Fantasy experience, where most things towards the end, like once you got like, you know, Holy and Flare and dual wielding knights and all that kind of shit, like you can get through it. It's not like a terribly difficult game. But what we also saw was that there are just so many freaking jobs and there's a lot of optimization that could be done. There's a lot of things that I haven't got. I mean, I've mastered maybe 3 or 4 jobs per character max out of absolutely tons of jobs, as you can see here. So there's just a lot to do. Now, obviously, when I say post-game, that doesn't mean that what we're going to do is literally master every single one of these jobs to completion and all that kind of stuff. For me, post-game is, can we beat every other boss in the game that I haven't defeated so far and get to the end of every like optional area that I haven't been to before. So whatever it takes for me to do that is what I'm going to do. You guys know the drill. And for this one, I don't really know where to start because we have an entirely optional area for the GBA version, which is like the main meat of the post-game, I think. And then we have 2 super bosses that we didn't defeat that are part of the normal game, like the SNES version. Now, in terms of difficulty, I don't know how it works. So is the stuff in the Sealed Temple actually easier than, let's say, Omega Weapon and Shinryu? Or is Shinryu, like even Shinryu is still much easier than the hardest weapon, or like the hardest thing you have to face in the Sealed Temple? That side of it I didn't research because I feel like that was kind of give some of it away as well. So all I did do before this session was to check a few things out that I knew I needed to. And so I've got myself like a set of notes here. The first thing I wanted to do is literally kind of find out what the jobs were and what exactly the abilities were so that I could kind of plan in advance which ones to invest in. So looking through the list, I mean, I see Red Mage has dual cast, and I feel like for any mage type, that's just so important. So that's something I want to work on, dual cast if I can. A few other things I've highlighted. The Mystic Knight Spellblade could be useful. The Geomancer gets Lightstep, which is a way to avoid damage on the lava floors. I think for that I was editing back, and I later noticed that I think you can use Float. I spent most of the game trying to understand what to do for it. And I had like 1 or 2 people like mention it to me as well on like Twitter and stuff, like, you should have used Float. And it's one of those things where when you think back and you're like, oh shit, that was the thing. And it's like I thought of a whole bunch of different things, like could I equip something that would make me like fireproof and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, I tried to come up with my own thing. But Float is a status that always gets me. You guys have been watching through like the old stuff that I've been playing, like the retro Final Fantasies. Float is a status that I use so rarely in the later games. Like, it doesn't exist in 10, 13, 15. Like, those are the... I always played the games after 10, more so in like my early Final Fantasy days. Like, my first few thousand hours was spent on games that didn't have Float. So when I went back and I started playing, Float was something that I largely ignored. And once I sort of got the whole, okay, if there's an attack like Earthquake which hits everything on the ground and you float, that helps you avoid that attack. That's basically kind of what I oversimplified Float as. And the fact that it's a status that endures even when you're not in battle is the reason why that can help you get through those lava areas without taking damage. But like I said, because of my like background and just like not connecting the dots on that one, Float was something that I missed throughout the entire thing. And it's kind of funny because it added to the challenge. Like, in a way, I don't really regret it at all, because it did add to the danger and the fun of that area. Like, if I immediately already knew that, oh, you just use float, I think that would have taken away like a lot of the like excitement and the tension from my side. Of course, it caused some people to get really frustrated, which is normal when you know that that's what you have to do. But that was pretty funny. But Geomancer does get something called Lightstep, which means you don't have to use float, and you can just use that ability to not take damage. I don't know if it's just for that character for the whole party, but whatever. Dancer is able to equip Ribbon, so that's how you can get Ribbon. You don't have to be a dancer specifically, but you have to basically master the dancer job to be able to do it. Chemist gets something called Revive and Recover, which seems pretty cool as well. You know, as the name suggests, they are beneficial to your entire party if you want them. And I did have a look at the mix list. The mix list is really quite deep. So it's one of these things where, again, if I'm hitting a brick wall and I feel like I need some extra sort of supporting firepower or something, I might start to try and like work on a Chemist more and use their abilities to help sort of do things. And then finally, there's the extra jobs. There's the Necromancer, Gladiator, Oracle, and the Cannoneer, and they of course have some very interesting things as well. So there is just absolutely so much here in this game. It's way too deep to try and do it all on the first blind run, and if anything, it's one of the biggest strengths of the game. You can play this game maybe 3 times, 5 times to truly kind of get the most out of everything. Of course, you know, once you find a way to farm ABP, you can sort of just master everything to get the achievements and whatever. But to actually experience the game and the battles with different strategies and different sort of combinations and stuff, there's just so much available here. It's honestly, for me, it's pretty mind-blowing. Like a 1992 JRPG, this is deep, man. Like, there's a lot of stuff here. So that side was definitely very interesting. So for me, in terms of what I'd like to do first, I think I want a rematch with Omega, because what I'm pretty sure of is that Omega doesn't have a lot of HP. And it wrecked me the first time, well, the first like 5 or 10 times, but by the end of it, I was kind of getting the hang of it, and I knew that one of the major things I think that would have helped me is fire protection. And let's see, in terms of fire protection, I think I've got 2 things that can give me the fire protection. So I've got my flame shield, and I believe we have a flame. Do we have a flame ring? I think we have the coral ring, which doesn't absorb, but it blocks fire. So we could get some flame rings here to basically make fire and its atomic ray a non-factor. So that's the first thing I wanted to do. And there's 2 ways. You can get a flame shield, or a flame ring. The flame shield is a difficult one to get. Let me get back in here. Yeah. The flame shield is a difficult one to get. It's you pick them up during the game, and at this stage, I believe for me, it's a rare steal. There's a 4% chance of stealing it from a couple of enemies. So for that reason, I'm going to try to buy the flame ring instead and see if I can do it with that. I do have enough. Where's the armor shop? I do have enough gil for it. So. And I think in terms of equipment, there's not really too much more I need to buy specifically at this stage. Like, maybe there is, but I don't know. And of course, it has been a little while since I played. I've been focused on some other stuff because I knew I was done with the story. So it'll take me a little while to get my bearings again. Come on, man, out of the way. So I don't know how much of things I'll edit out, but of course, you know, if there's extended periods where I'm not doing anything of note, or it's getting very repetitive, or I don't have anything to say, then yes, I will edit things out. But in general, you guys tend to enjoy the journey, so I'm not going to try and sort of super condense everything down. But I think, obviously, right now I will edit to when I find the bloody flame ring. Okay, so one thing I also wanted to sort of consider as a way to sort of blitz it out, I wonder if you just had a bunch of ninjas that were throwing Fuma Shuriken. And that's something I did think about, like, later while I was editing. I thought that might be a cheap way to kill it. Because that Omega weapon is really OP. It's just got so many moves, and that counter is really, really annoying too. So I was starting to consider even like very cheap things like that to see if I could win. I might still make use of it yet, I don't know. And of course at this stage I've literally found everything except where the accessories are. I'm pretty certain that the flame ring is in Phantom Village. I'm pretty certain of that. And there's that one bit that I couldn't get to, and honestly I must have forgotten at this stage. Oh, for God's sake, that's how you did it. It's been too long for me to remember that. Yeah, protect against flame. Okay, right, here we go. This is where I need to be. It took a long time, but we got there. Yeah, I hold 0 flame rings. I will buy a couple. Just want to know how much angel rings are worth if I do sell one. I feel like I don't really use both of them, and there hasn't been that many times where I feel like it's been really useful to me. 25,000. Screw it, I'm going to sell the one that I have, and then I don't want to use literally all of my gil to buy flame rings, so this way I'll have 3 people that can absorb fire. And I feel like if I can do that and then take out the threat of atomic ray, then I should have a much better chance. And well, my characters are slightly higher level, not by like a huge amount, but I feel like they'll be able to hold their own. So I think the way that I'll play it is, I think I'll probably head into the rift, and well, you do have to kind of fight your way through to get there. So one thing I wasn't sure of was, has the rift disappeared? Is it only leaving you the sort of sealed temple? But the rift is still there. I'll throw in a save here quickly before I get started. And I think we'll make our way through the rift. And this time I'll do it with jobs that I kind of want to level up. Of these, I feel like some of the most important is Ranger's Rapid Fire. Because that's one of those where if you combine it with dual wield and that kind of thing, you're obviously going to be doing a lot of damage. And I think when you get into like super boss territory, those are the kind of things that you've got to start exploiting. Now, Bart's is almost mastered as a knight. I feel like Faris can benefit from Ranger. Yeah, so I have my physical attackers basically put in work as Rangers. And we'll see how it goes. Then again, I don't think she's got Spellblade yet, actually. I think until she gets Spellblade, I'll keep the Mystic Knight. It's not that far away. Okay, Kryl as a mage. Is she the one that was working on Red Mage already? No. Yeah, you see, getting to dual cast feels a bit impossible to me at the moment. Did she do any chemist stuff? She didn't. Like, that requires literally 999 for the final level. It's bloody huge. I wanna leave these for the sealed temple itself again. I don't want to use them for like the areas that they're not supposed to be used for now. I think I'll set myself on the path. I do feel like every mage eventually, maybe once, like in 10-15 hours time or 20 hours time or whatever, when I'm ready to defeat literally the hardest enemies in the entire game, maybe dual cast is going to become almost a must. So I feel like maybe I should just get started on that anyway. And see how I do. Not blue. Yeah, do that. Yeah, so I think I'm going to make both of these guys red mages for now. I mean, Lena was definitely on the path, so she's nearly there. We'll make one like red-white and one red-black, and I think that should cover enough to get us to where we need to go. Okay, so we'll go with something like this for now. See how we do. So I think where possible I will try to generally just sort of blaze through stuff. So like this one was, you could use break, I believe. But yeah, we don't get those nice statuses here, unfortunately. So the white mage is going to be a bit more ineffective now. You can even use break as a spellblade thing, that's pretty cool. Oh god, my least favorite ability. Yeah, and she gets 2 attacks of that as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, none of that's working. Was it death, maybe? Okay, fine. Right, so that's already Bart's done. He's mastered the knight. He's moving straight on to, not thief, to ranger. That looks similar. Equip shields, equip armor, equip swords. We'll use counter for him. And this bow was pretty good. Magic beasts, Avis killer. This one critical hits a lot, and then this one does the multiple hits, but it's pretty weak compared to the other one. So we'll go with that. Yeah, we'll give him a lot of strength. Move him back row, and we'll set on our way. So once he gets to 405, that's when he gets rapid fire. So hopefully we can make that happen. And since Kryl is the one that can use Osmos, I think I'll use Kryl's magic a bit more. Alright, let's go. Oh, come on. I was just about to say that didn't take long, and then of course... That works. I remember just going generally towards the right, and that worked for me. But... Damn, those guys are tough. And I do wonder, once we get to that dual cast, do we still unlock level 3 black magic anyway? That'd be kind of cool if we could. It's a massive investment, man, 999, but... Already we need an Osmos here. And it didn't work, of course. Yeah, some decent damage, not great, but it'll do. There is actually an ability that makes encounters less frequent, but that's going to come later at the Sealed Temple once I start working on the Oracle. And there you go, that critical hit is pretty big. I think I'm going to get the gold hairpin on Kryl. I forgot how much this stuff takes away the MP. We'll take a little magic hit, but I think it'll be worth it still. We also need to swap those weapons around so the sleep effect happens on the second one. Honestly, with the Judgment Rod, the attack is already not too bad. And of course, we're gaining some levels too while we're at it. Gold hairpin. Yeah. I'm willing to take the slight magic hit for that. There you go. This is the right way. I don't know if there's like shortcuts through the rift, by the way. That's one thing I've definitely not really seen. But you can probably teleport back out to the main world. That would be my guess. So I think for a lot of this stuff, especially if it's not very dangerous, I'm not even going to use that much MP from these guys. These two do pretty decent damage once they get going anyway. Funnily enough, grenades are one of the ones that you can use. Grenades are one of the ones that can give you flame shields as a steal, but it's like 4% chance. Really? That happened way too fast. Oh god. Got to remember this is the last area of the game, so there's still of course going to be dangerous enemies here. Nice. There you go, got the Osmos to work, that's better. But someone's gonna die now. Oh, okay. Survived that pretty well. So I can definitely make quicker progress than I did last time. And it's funny, it's not like I have that many more levels than before, but obviously the first time you go through an area, at least for me, there's a lot of like trying to control enemies, see what abilities they have, do they have good steals and all that kind of stuff, so it always takes much longer. Gonna continue to Osmos here. Yeah, that's better. Loves the self-destruct though. Wow. There you go. Love that critical hit. It's one of those, when it does a critical hit, it probably does more damage than the Hayate bow. And the Hayate bow is very inconsistent. Let me swap it back for a while, just to see. I just love that you can put machines to sleep. It's pretty funny. Ah, I meant to get the middle one. What? Why would it go straight to that one? I guess it works front to back. Fine. Should still kill it. Yeah. These guys take too long. They shouldn't use that search move. They should just do their first move. There you go. Rapid fire, 630. Yeah, I mean, when you get the critical hit with Yoichi's bow, it seems to do better. Wow. Of course I say that and then it withstands all those attacks and then it gets me. But it's fine. And at least this area is pretty good for Guild 2. So if I do need to buy some more stuff from Phantom Village for something, then I'll be able to do that. Okay, Mystic Knight is fairly close to Spellblade, that's good. Yeah, I think we're good. Actually, I am going to change this back. Right, then there was this section. I didn't like this bit, so this is probably going to get edited out. Okay, so what I did get is Spellblade level 4. So I think she's kind of done with that now. Enchant weapons to companions, perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to switch her to Ranger as well, I think, to start working on the rapid fire. I wonder if we can combine these. Give her the Hayate bow. Everyone back row again. I feel like this counter has done nothing for me. Yeah, I put barehanded on just to put my strength up even more. Why not? Up to 63 strength now. That's cool. Right, let's go with this for a little bit. I think this was how to get through, right? And I'm wondering if we have to... I don't think we have to fight the bosses again, so it's like a clear route. And we're almost to where Omega is now. Great Dragon. I swear we didn't get this last time. Did we? So you can still Spellblade here, which is pretty cool. We'll try it anyway. Some nice big damage. Okay, didn't even get a move. Yeah, I mean, we're a long way away from rapid fire, so I think we'll have to try and defeat Omega Weapon without rapid fire. As is almost always the case with me, I will try to get through without grinding as best I can. Wow, that's not good. Yeah, so that one is evasive. Not been a good start. There you go. Finally the dragon has a say, but... yeah, once the bows start missing, then things get really shit. There you go. That's better. I think I'm going to change Lena to Black Mage as well as a secondary. I think for like the Red Magic Cura is good enough. At least that way I can Osmose whenever I want. Yeah, this thing's relatively weak. Yeah, Farah's missing a lot here. A nice 6 ABP there. This is a bit I didn't... Oh, I did go into it. Fine. There's Omega. I saw my first glimpse of it. So let me change that quickly. I think we can get by with Cura for now. Alright, let's keep going. So this was the save, right? Yeah, okay. Well, we're already here. It didn't take that long and we didn't really get that much more out of it. But we're going to try our best. So let me set up again. It's been a while. Gonna go back to like what I consider potentially my strongest team.